joining. Everyone, I want to make a special announcement. Fitzgerald got his hair cut. I don't know who cut. Fitzgerald, he was in the barbershop?
Yeah, man. I went there knee deep.
Yeah. It's all good. Were they all masked up?
They were all masked up. I was all masked up and everything. Yeah, man. But this is my normal look, ladies and gentlemen. So out with the fro.
Out with the fro, everyone.
I was thinking about dreadlocks, like Massa,
you try it. I mean, you could pull it off, Fisher. I think you can pull it off.
People tell me I'm too conservative, man. But interesting thing happened. Interesting. Good afternoon, everyone. Interesting thing happened about 26 years ago. I had a blood disease called aplastic anemia, so I had to have a full bone marrow transplant.
Right.
And after I finished with that bone marrow transplant, it totally changed the composition of my hair. My hair used to be real coarse, like Prince Amir. And but once I came through with all that 3 days of chemotherapy, 24 hours a day for 3 days, when I finished, my whole hair follicles and everything was totally changed. Then it came out to like some stringy, not even wavy, but it's only so it's odd, and that's odd. And then that was gosh, that long time, and I still have that effect, but nevertheless, when my hair grows a certain level, it curls inward, so it really doesn't do it normal. So I just do this short haircut. Thank you, Lord God, for sparing my life on that. Okay, man, let's get to work.
Yeah, everyone, thank you so much for joining. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Again, like, share, and subscribe. Also, make sure you go to dynastymirror.com. You can see the ticker at the bottom. You got the website address, dynastymirror.com. People who want to contribute, that's the Cash App right there on the bottom as well. And then on the bottom is my Karatbars affiliate link. We're going to get into Karatbars here shortly, but link is in the chat room. Link is on the ticker there, and it also will be in the description as well if you're watching the playback. I want you to follow that link, click on that link, sign up as an affiliate, and I will personally call you. I have some people to call from yesterday. Before we get started, everyone, thank you. Well, we kind of did get started, but before we really jump in, I want to thank everybody again. This is just a moment of gratitude. Thank you so much for the support over the years. We are 70,000 strong. That means a lot. People who are taking advantage of the Karatbars opportunity. Thank you so much. Just make sure you guys plug in. We want to make sure you guys are successful. And then if you need help, me and Fitzgerald are here. Also, too, guys, make sure you go to Amazon.com, all right, and buy a book. We need to sell 1,000, all right? We need to sell 1,000 books, everybody, 1,000 books. So make sure you go to Amazon.com and buy a book, everyone. Please support. Thank you so much. Also, the sales book, we got that on deck as well. Thank you so much. Sales Motivation 101. Get off your ass cold call. Go and purchase, everyone. So thank you so much for the support. We got brother Fitzgerald Stephens on with us today, like we do every day, at least 6 days out of the week, 5 to 6 days out of the week.
Yeah, we've been taking Sunday off sometime. But
Sundays off. Yeah. What I like to do on Sundays, I like our other affiliates or other people I know, I like to hop on their platforms on Sundays usually and help them out. So, at least 5, 6 days a week, me and Fitzgerald, we are on. Today's topic is, we've been really hammering this. Entrepreneurship is going to be the norm in the new economy. The days of going out and looking for a job, unless you want to be frontline, work in a hospital. I mean, I'm pretty sure those are going to be opportunities in that field, but a lot of people don't want to do that. Entrepreneurship, working from home, starting your own business. And to be specific, working from home, because even brick and mortar, I mean, that's taking a hit. In fact, Fisher, I don't know if you remember this restaurant when you were here in Atlanta, real popular restaurant. They're closing down. It's
Pascal's on the north side?
No. They're right across the street from the old Tyler Perry Studios when he was off of Edgewood. Very famous steakhouse.
Oh, you talking about Mary Mac?
No. That's you. That's
Y'all can see how much I used to eat out. Y'all can check out how much I used to eat out when I lived in Atlanta.
Yeah. Hold on. Hold on, I'm gonna find the name of it.
Yeah, Pascal's, Mary Mac, Ruth Chris. She said over there in Edgewood.
What was Barry Max's Steakhouse?
No, Mary Mac's is not a steakhouse. It's almost like a buffet type place, but but not buffet type. That buffet, it's almost like a home cooked mood. No, Mary Mac was on Ponce. It's on Ponce de Leon.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So let me do this. I'm trying to. Man, hold on. I'm gonna find this, guys. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Fitzgerald. Let me.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and it's a lovely, lovely day. Blessings on all of y'all. I'm feeling good. I'm able to feel the wind go through my hair again, so that's pretty decent, and I feel so much better when I got my hair cropped right. My name is Fitzgerald Stephens. I'm a VIP affiliate down here with Tampa in Carrot Bars, as well as with a VIP affiliate, Dynasa Mir up in Atlanta. And so when we come on here, we talk about the economy, particularly how it relates to how it affects your home. We talk about a solution, not the solution, a solution that we found by way of Carrot Bars, and we go over wealth building by acquiring gold and residual income, and we want to express the importance of moving to secure you and your family's financial future, independent of the traditional methods right now. The methods right now with the traditional business model of going to work, spending time, getting dollars. I think that's going to be greatly diminished. I know it's going to be greatly diminished simply by what we're seeing on with this global health pandemic right now with the coronavirus. People are trying to open up, and rightfully so. People are getting kind of edgy. They need to go back to work. They need to get an income. I understand it, but if that traditional model is totally threatened right now, because if you can't go to that company, or you can't go to that store, you can't purchase things, traditionally the way you were used to do it, there is practically no revenue coming in. Meanwhile, I spoke yesterday about having an online presence. You might want to listen to that video. The importance of having the importance of having an online presence in addition with your brick and mortar. And for individuals who think like I do, we're best versa concerned about we're concerned about the online presence, period, because we see the costs that are associated with the regular brick and mortar, and we see the fragility of it. I mean, anything can really hick it up. When I used to sell insurance policies, and you can learn a lot about selling insurance. I mean, you might want to really consider studying that field, because not only would they sell something called a key employee policy. That's an individual that if they pull out of your organization, or something happens to them, it can cause irreparable harm to your organization, because simply they're that important. Sometimes top level sales directors and managers, marketing managers, CFOs, CEOs especially have that power. If something happens to them, stock starts dropping dramatically, and so they literally, in the event of their death, they have a policy that will pay them for the loss of revenue that individual would have brought in. Okay, and also in business, let's just say if your business is disrupted, natural disaster. Maybe someone down here in Tampa or Atlanta, they're doing construction, and they happen to put barriers right in front of your business, and people can't go there, and you lose the revenue. Right. There is a policy that will still pay you a percentage of lost profits. What insurance does is insure against loss. Most people think that insurance, primary terms of life insurance or health insurance, but that's only two components. Businesses need to hedge themselves in the event of loss. That's one thing that they must do. They have to plan for the unforeseen. No one could have planned for what we saw with coronavirus. That thing came out like a Mike Tyson left hook. You know, I mean, that thing just just took everything out. It was so rapid and it's so rapid and so severe in its effect. But meanwhile, there was a community that thrived. There was a community who wasn't hardly disrupted at all. Matter of fact, they saw massive increase in their sales and business, and that is the virtual community.
Right.
Businesses such as Carrot Bars, where we do all our transactions online. It is a little business. I don't have to put a sign on my front door right here. Said Carrot Bars business, Tampa, Florida, Fitzgerald Stephens, Esquire. I don't have to do that. All I can simply do. Matter of fact, I move like a mighty current. You know, and not unless I tell you, really don't know what I'm doing with this. But yet, I've been able to establish businesses all over the world. But just quiet, you know, Carrot Bars is quietly changing the economic landscape of millions of people, you know, lives right now by saving in gold, telling a lot of people making a lot of money. You won't see a Carrot Bar ad on TV. You won't hear anything about a radio broadcast. You won't see anything like in a print media advertising Carrot Bars by way of the headquarters from Germany. What you will see is that people will use primarily word of mouth, telling other people about this opportunity, or they're shared on their Facebook, or they're shared on their Instagram, or they're shared on their LinkedIn, or they're shared on a YouTube page, or they're shared on their Twitter page, or they just simply get together and just call a friend. You know, and so it spreads by word of mouth, which is the most powerful advertising known to man and the cheapest because it's free. And people generally trust people who are going to say something to them, especially if they have a relationship to them. So we deal with gold, and we use gold to increase our household wealth. And at the same token, when someone else decides they're going to use gold to increase their household wealth, we get a percentage of that. You know, we get paid a referral fee. Now, I've stated many a times that you're already doing what we do right now. You're just not getting paid for it. You already make recommendations, whether it's for a product, goods, or services. Something you have a great experience, you generally tell someone about it. You know, you get great customer service, you generally tell someone about it. You get bad customer service, you generally tell someone about it. You know, so the difference is, you know, they don't send you any compensation for doing that. Well, you know, you're just doing the right thing. That's cool, but you can't do too much of the right thing without getting compensated. You know, or else your house is going to be upside down. No, it's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with getting paid for you advertising. You advertising someone, and there's nothing wrong with them compensating you for that. For example, when you go to a steakhouse, like you know, maybe
in fact, the name of the steakhouse is Rathbuns. Very Rathbuns. Let me pull it back up. Very popular steakhouse.
Never heard of it.
Yeah,
must have came left.
Rathbun. Rathbun. Very, very popular steakhouse here. And it's Krog Bar. Krog Bar is very popular too. He's closing both of them.
Yeah. Oh, they had a location up there on Howell Road, right behind my shop.
What?
The Krog Bar.
Krog Bar. No, I don't know.
Well, that is a perfect point. The stores like what he just says are institutions of businesses like Dinah said. For those of you who know to the Atlanta area, you know, they're very prominent stores. Well, pick the state you're on it, pick the location you are. There are restaurants and popular places, and you know, wherever you are, whether it be Houston, Texas, or Montreal, Canada, or Toronto, Canada, or London, England, or Abidjan. You know, there's places like this you could say all over the world, but they have been effective because people have got to come in there. Your model has to change. Your model has to switch by way of the entrepreneurship something that you control in way of the online community, so no one can hamper you, man. I'm happy. I was going to start off, and I was going to ask Dynas. I said, Dynas, you are having record months. I mean, you are killing this. You have some of the highest production in the world, as far as with people coming on board your team. You're making euros. You're getting payouts practically on a daily basis. What is the secret to your success? Your business isn't slowing down. I mean, between Dynas, Amir, between us working as a team, man, I'm talking to people all over the world. People got to call back right now who wants to.
In fact, we got to call. We got to call somebody after this in the UK. Me and you.
Yeah, well, can she wait behind Miriam up in who we talked yesterday? I'm trying to get over. Can she wait behind Emmanuel over in Uganda? Who was calling me? Can she wait? Can she wait behind George Dunn? Can she wait behind Callie? I mean, this is what I'm saying. We're literally having people are coming in this thing like, wow, give me help, because unlike any time in history of this planet, I'm seeing economically, there has never been a time better to get involved in gold, and certainly never been a time better to establish a Carrot Bar business, which goes ahead and establish you in the gold business, getting small increments and getting paid for something. He's not going to blow his horn. I often blow Dynas's horn, and then he does, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. In 1 month, in less than 1 month time, and I've had to point it out to him both times because he's just busy expanding his network. But I called him yesterday and I reminded him, I said, Dynas, I want you to check something with that multi-package that you want. And he checked it. Now tell me how much gold you got in there. He just won 15 grams of gold for free. Back with a $4,900 multi-package. We can get into that when people personally call me. But also he discovered yesterday that he had 15 grams of more gold. 15 grams of more gold, because that multi-package that he has, not only is he getting paid in euros, but he also gets paid in gold simply because he positioned himself. Once again, he didn't know it. So that's 31 grams of gold in less than a month that he didn't have to pay for. I mean, you think about that. You think about that. You think about where an opportunity where you can win free gold and other incentives. A business that operates within 148 countries. A business that is free to join. A business that you don't have any maximums of minimums to get. A business that already has a huge global online presence. A business that does all your marketing for you. All your accounting for you, keeps up all your team statistics for free. So we're not advocating what's going on with the brick and mortar. We're not advocating against that. What we are trying to do is hedge against that. Dynas and I don't work for anyone. This is what we do full time. But for those who are working for someone and that's your chosen career path, I salute you. God knows I do. But I want you to consider the importance, especially in this moment in time, of creating residual income, because we can see that anything can happen. Entrepreneurship is here to stay. You are either going to be an entrepreneur or you're going to work for one. There's no two way around that. Go ahead, Dynas.
Guys, make sure you hit that like button. And again, the affiliate link is in the chat room. Let me put it back in. I have to pull it back up. Had to go recopy it. The affiliate link is in the chat room. Click on the affiliate link, sign up as an affiliate. It's also on the screen, and it will also be in the description for those who are watching this video later. Like the title says, entrepreneurship is going to be the new norm now. And when me and Fitzgerald used to present this opportunity in the past before this pandemic changed the course of the corporate world. We got the I'm straight, I'm okay, I got a good job, we got all those objections. But now, I mean, I think Carrot Bars is really the only opportunity where you could come in at a low cost and have your own franchise with all of the support, all the back end support already established. Like there's not too many other opportunities that offer that. You know, I have several enterprises that I'm running that literally I have to take the time, set up the products, set up this, call GoDaddy, call Squarespace, do the website, get the merchant processing set up. You know, I like yesterday. So for my nonprofit, AfricaPersonified.org, like literally, I was on the phone with GoDaddy for like 30 minutes yesterday trying to get it set up. I was trying to get it, the email set up through Squarespace and Google, couldn't get through. So I had to call GoDaddy again this morning. You know, now after the stream, I'm gonna see if it's up and running. So Karatbar's like literally for a small investment of $205, the minimum. Now there's a silver package which we highly recommend and we'll get into later. But for as a small investment, upfront investment, $205, you have everything ready for you. And see, it's funny, you know what? I was listening to the power call. Usually what I do, I listen to the power call in the morning. What I started doing is listening to it in the morning from the day before as I work out. And they brought that up, like, you know, $1,000 value, like you have once you buy a package, as far as your back end page, your support, plug into the wealth builder system, me and Fitzgerald, like you're getting all of that and for $205, the minimum. But I'm like, look, for all of that you're getting, excuse me, you might as well get a step up and get a silver package because the value is there and you get free gold. Like there's not too many other opportunities that offer that you could jump into right now. And all you have to do is once you jump in, once you get your package, you get your franchise, all you do is present the opportunity to other people. Ask them, are they interested in additional ways of earning income? Do they keep their income options open? Because of this pandemic, how does that affect your current job situation? Look, I have an opportunity where you can have a franchise for as little as $205, where you have your own website, it's just, there aren't too many opportunities like this. You know, you don't have to keep inventory of product like other opportunities. We're dealing with gold. Here's my gold card. We're dealing with gold, small increments, which is the concept. Harold Sykes wanted to make small increments of gold available to the masses. So this right here is 0.1 grams. You save in gold, you get people to save in gold, you get people to purchase their own franchise, and you get paid. And all this could be set up, all this could be set up and done and within 24 hours. There's no opportunity out there that enables you to get money from home in a little as 24 hours. In a lot of cases, the same day. In fact, the majority of cases, the same day. The same day. There's no opportunity out there where you can start your own franchise and get paid and get started the same day. The same day. Literally the same day. No other opportunities out there. That's why people are coming aboard. Because you got to think about it. If you say you go franchise a Subway and McDonald's, you got to pay the money, you got to get all the training, you got to hire your employees, then you got to worry about payroll, merchant processing, food vendors, your brick and mortar, your rent. It's crazy. So just the process of getting a Subway franchise is going to take you almost up to a year. McDonald's, up to a year, probably longer. Karatbars, you sign up, you get your package, same day. You can be up and running and making money. And they were talking about this on the power call. People, I got to research, I have to do that. That's fine. Do your research. That's okay. That's fine. But don't get too technical. All right. You don't need to know Harold Sykes' birthday. You don't need to know if his wife's Chihuahua. You know, the name of his wife's Chihuahua. You know, you don't have to get too technical. Just get your package, start presenting the opportunity to people. Get me and Fitzgerald on the phone. The power call is there, so you can really learn the particulars. But you don't have to, like, don't get so technical. Just hear me out. Get your package and let's start building your business. There's no opportunity like this. All right, go ahead, Fitzgerald.
You're absolutely right. And all the things besides your package, all the support system, including Prince Amir and I, but it's free. It's free to you. Yeah. You know, so that's a very big deal. You know, I could charge a lot of money for my time.
Not to cut you off. There's no monthly maintenance.
Yeah.
So you pay a one-time fee. All right. I'll call your you know, because people ask, okay, Dynasty, you know, the package, you know, the silver package is about 900 USD. When it's about 910 USD once you convert from euros. What am I getting? Because I'm only getting a small amount of gold. It's a one-time fee. There's no monthly maintenance fee, you know, that a lot of the other companies charge. None of that. You just pay a one-time fee, and you have lifetime access to the Karatbars ecosystem. Again, the website's your own landing page. Okay, back office support, lifetime. So you pay that one-time fee. You can sit and not do nothing like I did. In fact, I bought my package in 2016.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. I didn't log in again to probably, I think, 2017, a year later, when Fitzgerald told me to get some crypto.
Lord knows I tried, Prince. I tried everything.
You tried. After that, I didn't log in again to 2019. It was still there. I didn't get a message from Karatbars saying, you got to renew, you got to pay a yearly membership fee. Oh, we locked you out because you haven't been active. You need to pay this fee. No, I logged right in. So again, you're paying a one-time fee, silver package, which I highly recommend, 900 and some change, to have lifetime access to Karatbars ecosystem. Again, back-end support, your own landing. I mean, it's just, it's not, there's no other opportunity like this. And you're dealing with gold, okay? You don't have to keep a huge inventory. Or you're not doing the shipping. I mean, you're not even doing the shipping yourself. All you do is presenting the opportunity, and Karatbars handles the rest.
I think people think we're selling gold. We don't care about that. We're not selling gold. We acquire gold. We take a portion of our fiat currency, which I assure you is going down in value. Yeah, you promised. Dynas, I just came back from Publix.
So we need, hold on, everybody. We need an intervention for Fitzgerald Stephens.
Man, I had to get some black eyed peas.
Fitzgerald goes to Publix every day.
I had to get some black eyed peas, man. Black eyed peas and sweet potato fries. You know, I had to. You know, okay. So we're not selling gold. All you're just doing is taking a portion of your declining paper money, British pounds, Nigerian naira, South African rand, U.S. dollars, Australian dollars, Canadian dollars, Japanese yen, you name it. We operate in 148 countries, so you're just taking a portion of that, however much you deem necessary, whenever you deem necessary. You exchange it into gold. You exchange it into the stuff right here. No, gold is money. Gold is. You understand the simple concept, like my sponsor and my friend of 23 years, Michael Delco, who bought me in this business. Thank you, Michael. This is going up. Your cash and paper is going down. You doubt that? Go to the grocery store, take your paper, and see how much food you used to come out of there with like $20 as opposed to how much it used to take you like 5 to 10 years ago. You know, so you want to acquire an appreciating asset. Okay, then you can do that. You're already in the game. First of all, can you tell someone, hey, that maybe they like to do the same? Okay, when they decide to do that, you get a percentage of everything that goes to their network. Congratulations, you're doing Karatbars. You know, that's really as simple as it is. Yeah, Dynas and I the reason for our success, the reason for Michael Delco's success, the reason for Ty Beth's success, Cheryl Ann Gober, Tammy Morrison, Mr. and Mrs. Willie Brown, Miss Tanisha Glaspie, Rodney Roach. The reason for these good people's successes like that is because we treat it like a business. We ain't in this to have fun. We're in this to make profit, because you know what? We see that there's such a short window of what's going on in activity wise. For maybe, who knows, maybe we're head towards a cashless society. Maybe, maybe the lockdowns are going to stay open pretty much longer. I personally think there's going to be a second lockdown. I think people are playing with this illness. I think they're like, oh, I'm so itchy and I got to go to work and I want to get out there. Then you're going to see more outbreaks break out. Something like it just happened like a couple of days ago in Germany. They said they're going to open up a little bit, and then the cases start tripping, and so they're thinking about doing another shutdown. I don't think this thing is under isolation, and I'm not using that to say fear. I'm not using that to put in there, but I'm a man. I don't believe in coincidence, and I dang sure don't believe in luck, but I certainly believe in preparation. I have the ability to see what's coming around the horizon and prepare for it before it comes. Your economy is going to be driven out of your home.
Right.
And then when your economy being driven out of your home, then you're gonna be conducting more than ever your business and your transactions, everything from getting groceries, everything from paying utilities, everything from paying payments, a mortgage thing. You're not going in stores anymore to do that. You are going online, and you have to run your business virtual wise. You're going to create maybe a YouTube channel. You're going to create things that are going to bring you money online. You're going to probably have to create a blog. You're going to probably whatever skill you have. You might want to put a channel together and on YouTube, and come up with a product or service that you could bring to the marketplace. You're going to have to do that. Ain't no way around it. Now, when you do that, you're going to have to have your virtual presence. To have your virtual presence, you got to have your website, and it better be good. Some of the hosting fees you can pay for that can really get expensive.
Can I interject? I'm sorry. Can I interject again? I'm so sorry for Cheryl. I'm so
no,
sorry.
That's okay.
All right. So hosting. Okay. So again, Care Bars, one-time fee, $900 is a change. Guys, you don't understand how many once a year I have to pay thousands of dollars in fees for my website.
Mm-hmm.
Squarespace, each website, like $206 a year.
Mm-hmm.
My Wix websites, each website, like 220 something bucks a year. And so I pay over $1,000 in fees alone for my websites. I have a couple of professional emails. So, because you don't want the @gmail.com when it comes to business. So you want a professional email. I had to get another one today, $70 for the year. So that's $140.
Mm-hmm.
You understand the upkeep, but again, Care Bar, and I know people have aspirations and ambitions that they want to realize. So therefore, you're probably going to need a website and all that. But use Care Bars. What I'm saying is use this opportunity in Care Bars. Shout out to DeMarco Davis, everybody in the chat room. Shout out to DeMarco. Use Care Bars, okay, as the vehicle to make your money, because it's the value just to get started and the amount of income you can earn to shift that money into what you want to do, whether it's Africa, your clothing line, I don't know, your cupcakes. I don't know. Shift that money into that. But there's no opportunity like Care Bars where, again, you can get in one-time fee, be like I do, don't do what I did, but I'm just saying, example, sit on it for almost 3 years or 4 years, or almost 3 years, and log in probably a number of 5 times in 3 years, because Fitzgerald will call me. Hey, log in. You need to get some crypto. Hey, log in. Check your back office. You got a little income. You got a little commission.
That's how I'm still growing your business all those years.
Right. Exactly.
I'm growing all your business all those years. You guys often hear me talk about this. I'm qualified on both sides of the scale. As far as with the virtual community the sales community, into entrepreneurship community, and the work in the brick and mortar, working in the brick and mortar business and owning one. So I got a pretty, I think I'm pretty adaptive, experience wise. You guys often hear me talk about this software company that I used to work for called Thrive, an incredible company. I used to literally sell business to business software, but here's what I would do. I would go out and sell. If I found out you had a business, I was the guy that went out and sold you the website. We would set the website up. We would do all the analytics. We would do all the leads. We would do all the email texting. We would totally set it up, graphic wise. And it's these custom sites that we would do for that. We had a payment system. Thrive has a payment system that can be driven on your cell phone. It was designed for the cell phone platform. We would optimize your sites, for both the computer and the phone. Optimization means it goes right with the phone. It looks just as crystal clear and as it was a computer. That's why when you go on the Carrot Bar site, you log on your phone, everything is smooth. That's optimization. We would handle the SEO, search engine optimization. We would handle analytics, and we could do that. And I was running that. My office was my car, was my RAV4 that's outside right now. I would have my IBM computer, my Apple computer, my phone, and I could come in any place and sit down and get e-signatures. I can do business in Portland, Oregon, sitting for over here. This is what I did in Thrive. My title was a business advisor, but really was a software salesman. Had I was still been there, had I wouldn't have got ill. I love the company, but they saw that. Joe Walsh, the president of it, saw that. And no, I'm not giving a plug in for the, as far as in that, but I respect people who are visionaries and see things. Thrive was doing that, and they are doing that. And so that's what I did. And back then we were seeing years ago, we were seeing how business was shifting on, because we would go in these brick and mortars and they wasn't really thriving, play on words. You know why? Because they did not have the right online presence. See, the mom and pop hardware store, they can't compete with Home Depot.
No,
they can't compete with Lowe's. The real crucial stores like clothing, like the little boutiques, which is great. They're not going to compete with Nordstrom. Incidentally, Nordstrom just declared bankruptcy. They're not going to compete with them without strong. You have to have strong online presence. That's what we would do. We would set everything up. Payment systems. How do you take online payments and stuff like that? Let me tell you something. That can be very, very expensive. That little shopping cart that you see on websites, it could be tremendously expensive if you're going to do it right. What about your servers? You ever had a server crash on you when people trying to get products to you? And so for whatever Mr. Sites decided to do with Carrot Bars, man, he threw about several million euros of his own money to start the thing anyway. In case you would like to start one, good luck. Just go ahead and get a couple million, several tens of million euros or dollars and do it yourself. But I recognize that structure. I recognize that system that he put behind it with that website, what it does, your analytics, your marketing. You know how much Google ads will charge you? Depending on what you're doing per click. What Facebook and YouTube ads and all those things, that is expensive. That's not free. Their platform is free, but not not doing with your ads on there, it's free. Okay, and so if someone has done all that for you, ability to keep up with your team around the world, the team system, ability to keep up with your commissions, ability to keep up with your invoices where you have everything print up, ability to keep up with your gold supplies and everything like that, ability to keep up with your monthly income. So at the end of the year, you can pull those statements out for your taxes that you pay on the earned income, and you can easily pull that off for the accounting. Constantly keep expanding, constantly keep doing what they're doing, constantly keep adding on better and better features. There's a landing page on there that you get free of charge right now, that you get your own custom landing page that could easily rival, dang near 75% of the sites right now. It's so crisp and so sharp, and it's custom for you. To help you promote your business. Okay. And so what you're looking at, residual income, yeah, You know, that's the cool. That's a great thing. Money that keeps coming in. You know, even when you're sleeping, that's cool. But entrepreneurship, great. But you can't entrepreneurship with a brick and mortar business with Miss Corona out there.
Right.
Are people going to come see your store? Are people? I'm going. When I was sitting in there with a haircut, and I went to the grocery store, and I was wearing my mask that was sent to me. That thing was very uncomfortable, very uncomfortable. And when I go outside, I take it off in about 3 seconds and stuff like that. But how are you going to conduct that at street vendor with that on all day? I mean, how people are probably afraid to come to you. People are afraid to leave the house. But in the meanwhile, these web developers, these software, these guys making these apps, people who are understanding, man, I got to really take advantage of this online presence and get my product on there. Practically, your website and your virtual space never sleeps. You can have customers from around the globe, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with not you having to be there. And you can receive revenue in your PayPal account, you know, your checking account, and other various methods. You know, you can put your Cash App up there and receive revenue. This landscape has changed. So if you're going to be an entrepreneur, which we highly advocate, you got to pick the right business. Now, why do I think Carrot Bars is superior to anyone? Yes, I said superior. Okay, the business, the product is gold. The product is money within itself. That, you know, this right here, God, my God, you got to understand this. This is money. This is money. You're paid in euros on a Carrot Bars MasterCard. Euros. I'm not interested in spending my gold, nor is Dynas Amir. That's exactly what I taught him. Why the heck are we going to trade in a tier 1 asset? I stated before several times on this channel, and it bears repeating. When I started in 2015, gold was somewhere about $1,160 per an ounce. Per an ounce of this, $1,160. Fast forward, just me holding that stuff that you see right there, just me holding on to it, it's over $1,700 right now. Why in the world would I do that? If I want to live, and when you hear me talk about going to Publix and you hear me talk about doing these things, I pay for that stuff with this, because this is loaded with euros, and I get paid every Friday from the comfort of my home. I'm literally making money while I sleep. I was sitting in my truck yesterday, you know, and I went to a store, you know, found a good sale on some nice smell good cologne. Sat there, you know, was sitting up there eating a Reese's Pieces bar, and all of a sudden Dynas called me, check your back office. I know what that means. You know, so I had made money while I'm sitting around there walking in the store, and all of a sudden, over €100 just pop in my account. You know, so I'm like, wow. I mean, this thing is absolutely incredible. I just came from the bike trail. You know, and I'm not talking about, you know, I'm not talking about bragging as far as what to do, but I understand you got to do entrepreneurship. Yeah, I can go back to Lowe's and get my job back. I can go back there, but tell you the truth, I don't really feel in playing around with my health, especially since a very close friend of mine, Prince Dynas Amir, had that. I mean, I can watch more to him, but you know, he's still trying to get up, and this is a young, healthy man. You know, and you know, I'm a mid-aged man, you know, but no, a little bit more to mid-age, but I'm pretty healthy. I take care of myself, but I don't want to take a chance. I've been very, very sick before, and also I don't want to take, but nevertheless, I got to earn my money. I love it when people come talking to me about, well, you know, I haven't got the government check yet, and I have to got that and this, and I haven't got that, and you know, mine ain't showed up yet neither. That ass. And
can I make an announcement, guys? If you have the opportunity to, go ahead and file, because for independent contractors, if you've been hit or affected by the coronavirus, the United States government, I mean, the part of the stimulus package, they will give you, you can apply for unemployment if you're 1099, usually just for W-2 people. Guys, go ahead and do that. I'll go ahead for sure.
Now, you have to have income. Now, I also take a philosophy from my father, John Henry Stephens. Many things the man taught me in simple phrases. Perhaps this statement will help you like it did me. Daddy told me, I don't get bit by the same dog twice. He's told me a couple of times, I don't get bit by the same dog twice. You know, meaning in business or relationships or whatever the heck you choose. If you see something happen like this, wow, you mean to tell me something's gonna shut down my whole life? Some of y'all probably thought you were straight. Some of y'all like saying, well, you know, that carrot bar thing, man, ain't in that. Y'all go ahead and run with that scam again. Dude, we have been earning. We have been getting paid. You know, but either those guys are too humble to say or too prideful to say, hey, we was wrong. We don't get that now. We get calls for, you know, hey, what do I need to do to start this? Why? Because all of a sudden, you know, you don't got an income. Or you don't know, and you don't know when it's going to be established. Your bills are backing up. You know, some of you guys haven't got these stimulus checks, and some of you aren't going to get them. You know, and sorry, but in the meantime, expenses keeps going up, and you're getting further and further behind. You look on one end, your savings account, not your savings accounts, your 401s and your IRAs and all that. That's going down and fluctuating. Why? Because it's tied to the stock market. Why? The stock market is convulsing now. No, particularly because of the debt load. All these so-called gains you see in the stock market, that's false numbers. That's a Ponzi game. How the heck are you going to have gains like that when you $25 trillion in debt just in this country? How are you going to have gains? How are you going to be that positive? With that type of debt? Well, let's coincide it. We got a presidential election coming up in November. Diane. You know, we already have record unemployment numbers. Let's just think a little bit. You know, if people are not having jobs, and this goes for anywhere in the world, not necessarily my country, United States, it goes anywhere in the world. If the leader, he's responsible, so that people look, never mind, he's not responsible at all. It's the people's personal responsibility. Let's blame somebody. And so people without jobs, they're like, man, I got to get someone else in there. But you don't understand. The political system is two wings of the same airplane. They're two wings of the same bird. Neither one of them do anything. They come in there. They mostly tax and spend. Give a few hangouts right here. Give a few handouts right there. But meanwhile, the people are not really getting it. You know, especially the middle class and the poorer class people, they're constantly getting burned. Only thing they really care about is your vote. You know, the only thing they really care about is Social Security. That's insolvent. They've been extracting money for that for years, and then want to act like, you know, they're giving you a handout. When I there's this thing called FICA, and I like to meet her because every dang time I'm having money extracted out of my account, Diane, and I've been paying it for years. So you're not giving me anything. You took that money from me if I earned it. Now, countries are going to go further in debt. They have no revenue coming in. So without any revenue coming in, they're going to have to make that raise taxes, which is another great thing to have for a carrot bar business. You have your own business. When you have a business, you can take advantage of certain tax laws that are not afforded to someone who doesn't. The tax laws in the most of the world is created for the business owner. So you have more write-offs that can be given to you that you would not have without a business. And so thus with those write-offs, you can bring more income back to your home. You know, you can lead your wealth to your children, you know, and your children's children or your spouse, whatever you want. You're still having your wealth go up in gold. You're still getting paid for euros, you know, and with it being free to join, of course, you get one of business, the tax deductible business package. You ask me, I'm going to tell you, get the top of the line, like Diane asked and I. Go ahead and get a VIP by 4,900 euros. You'll easily make that back. It comes with gold. It is tax write-off, but you want to start somewhere. Just consider gold and a silver. I mean, look, Diane is real, man. I love that man. I really love him. But he is too kind sometimes. He really is. He is too kind. You know, it's almost like you feel like if he say things to y'all a certain way, y'all gonna leave him, which they won't. You know, but let me tell you something. Diane won't say this, but I will. Ma'am, sir, if you sitting around there, if you over 22 years old, or you have been working with, or you have been working, you have been working 20 years, 30 years, 15 years, 10 years on a job, and you can't come up with like $900 to invest in yourself or $200 something dollars. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I mean, that is not cool. But I was 50 years old and I couldn't come up. Well, I was struggling to come up with $200 extra. So I got started where I could get in. I got started at bronze. Then I went up to a silver. Then I went up to a gold. Then I went up to a VIP. Then I went up to a VIP in my business account. I understand why you can't come up with it. The system is not designed for you to live, but for you to win. But you must make a move for yourself. Some of you guys, like a $5,000, you can take that out your declining 401k, especially when they don't have a penalty withdrawal with it. And we can easily show you how to flip that money back with a VIP. Some of you guys can get a $2,200 gold package. You know, some of you guys can get the $1,000 silver packet when you flip over the currency. You cannot afford not to invest in yourself. And then whatever you decide to do, you know, you have got to figure out a way like, wait a minute, I have got to insure myself. What's going to be the next thing come down the pipe? The snail flu, you know, with the rock flu. I'm not trying to be funny. You remember the swine flu, the bird flu, the mad cow disease? I mean, what's the next thing coming down the pipe? You know, but all these little things come out that then disrupt your house. Some of you guys are great people. I know that. You're good, hardworking people. I know that. You're highly intelligent people, driven people. I know that, but you're plugged into the system that's not designed for you to win. And you can't win on someone else's train. You can't. You have to build your own. And that's what entrepreneurship is. That's what it is. It's building your system where you can divert that money for your house. You're already doing what we're doing. You're just doing it for someone else, i.e. a job just over broke. You know, it's not going to get you there. You have to build a wealth system for you and your family that you control, that you can pass down from your family, the generation. They can pass it down to the next generation. They can pass it down to the next generation with the hope that each following generation makes that system a little bit better. You know, say what you want about the people or how they got it or whatever, but nevertheless, they got the system. They have the system, man. You ever heard about the Kennedy family? The guy turning the century, and you don't see them going for jobs. You know, about the Bush family. That's another one. You don't see them. You know, as far as do that. How about the Astor family? The Astor family were a bunch of French cats that came over here during the Revolutionary War in this country, and and they was in the fur trading business for about 200 something years. None of them have worked. 200 something years. How about the DuPont family? DuPont Chemicals, Johnson Pharmaceuticals. You know, how about the Herndon family of Atlanta? I mean, the H.G. Russell family of Atlanta. No, there are certain, and pretty soon you're going to hear about the Carter family. You know, Sean, that's Jay-Z. Y'all may know him with his wife, Beyonce, the rock star, about $1 billion net worth. You know, pretty soon you'll hear about the Combs family. Y'all know them as Puff Daddy, P Diddy, or Big Willie, whatever he calls himself these days.
I'll tell you a story about. So Puff Daddy's son was playing football at UCLA, right? College football. Puff Daddy goes up to the practice one day and assaults the strength coach.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that.
Did they kick the son off the team? No.
No. Probably one of those nice donations came in there, but you got to have something to move things.
The strength coach in the mouth.
Yeah. Well, it's a different rule for the haves and the have-nots. It really is. So you have to get on. You have to get on the have sides, ladies and gentlemen. There is going to be there. I'm sorry. There is no middle class anymore. It's not going to be. You either have money or you don't. You either have money or you don't. 30 million people in the United States alone are unemployed. That's dang near the depression type numbers. I speak so much about the United States because I'm American. I know that the policies, Democrats of my nation, but you could say the same thing about any other country around the world, especially with something like it's a global pandemic. So you got to have income. The choice is really up to you. We want you to partner with us. We're looking for business partners. We're like any business, we're trying to expand our market share. And we have to make sure your market share is expanded before we do ours. Hey, with my little 11,000 affiliates around the world, my team partner, that ain't nothing. Not in a world of over 8 billion people. I'm not even a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of what I could do in this. I truly believe, and I have said that some of the largest income earners in all the world of carrot bars have not even gotten in yet. We hope we're talking to one or two of you this afternoon. We really do. We really do. And let me tell you something. There are people in this business right the heck now, winning free Mercedes, winning major amounts of gold, doing 6 figures a month, doing $5,000 and $10,000 euros a week. Or there's some who are doing zero. It's what you decide, and so living from home, traveling around the world, millionaires that you walk by them next door, you walk by them on outside, they look just as plain as Dynas and I, or even you, so it's about income. It's about substance. If you got to have a vehicle, you can have all the dreams in the world, that try to do something. You can want to do great things, and you ought to want to do great things. You deserve great things, but if you don't have a vehicle, all it is a dream. You got to have a vehicle, something that takes you there. And far as what I see for the common man, the common woman, just the average person who just really wants to have a chip in the game, I have never seen anything like Carrot Bars. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm 55 years old. I don't make that statement a statement lightly. No, I'm college educated. I've been to a lot of places. I've seen a lot of business concepts. I've created companies, lost companies, worked for companies. I've never seen anything like this. Not something that with the opportunity that is ahead of its time. That was back before all this stuff hit, but it's still growing with the times. Mr. Science is trying to create a whole new financial ecosystem based on gold. We have, the man has his own exchange called CarrotBit. We have our own gold payment system called Carrot Pay, where I can send him gold out of my account to pay him for goods and services. We have our own gold-backed cryptocurrency, KBC, which the gold is audited over there, like in Switzerland, to make sure we have what we say. I mean, we have over 1 million affiliates with 20,000 a month getting it in us daily. It's just an opportunity. We think it's a great opportunity. You ask why Dynas and I work this so much? Because we don't have anything else. I have yet to call GoDaddy one time and tell him I need to get my Carrot Bar link renewed. So he talked about that. I had a website, a link like that, but I don't have to spend anything. Do you realize how powerful it is when you can practically be in a profit right away? You don't have to, when you can be in profit right away by saving the gold. We have, I hope you guys can really see these bags under my eyes. That comes a lot from just staying up, working with people. Australia, they're 12 hours, 14 hours behind us, but God want to do a video over there, and I work with my teams. I do, I help my team members, with videos and their streams, trying to help building your teams. I'll do that for free. And we have been doing it. Many of you I have done it with, but I can't give you the will. If you don't realize that you need to be an entrepreneur, that you need to be in something control, or it's literally going to be the financial death of you and your family, I can't do anything about it. I can't prevent that. I mean, I can come in there and upset your house. So right now, by being I don't need to do your house. So let me just run out there and do something and cause your check engine light to come on. and go down to a local shop and he tells you it's going to be about $2,000, $5,000. You drive one in fancy Audis or Mercedes or all the rest of the stuff like that. BMWs, you drive that. $5,000. And the guy tell you got to pay him at the end of the day when he finished the work. Some of y'all are having practically a headbutt.
Take it further. When my transmission went out, the guy told me to put down a deposit. When the transmission went out in the Porsche, he said, "All right, it's gonna cost this much. Leave it with deposit now, so I can get the parts."
Oh, Prince, I don't have nothing. I don't have nothing to say with you in that Porsche. I told you years ago my feelings about that.
He said you leave deposit before you leave.
Yeah, I told you years ago about that. So I don't have anything. You don't get no love from me on that. You know. But that's the thing about it. So you got to get this money stuff out the way. You got to find a way to make a residual income. You got to find a way to make money while you sleep, or you're going to die when you're broke. You got to find that. You got to find a way to leverage the efforts of others. You got to find something that's not dependent upon you to solely bring in your income and solely be responsible for your livelihood. You got to find a product, i.e. like gold, that rises, outpaces inflation. Inflation inflation is termites to your paper money. You might want to write that down. Inflation is termites to your paper money. It will eat the purchasing power of your paper money today. It will eat it up, and it will continue to eat it. Inflation is nothing but termites to your paper money. That's what it does. It eats that purchasing power away, and it keeps doing it. And every day and night, it's working on the purchasing power of your paper money. That's why it takes you more to get the same stuff than it used to. Meanwhile, gold, it outpaces inflation. It's still going up. It don't consider inflation. Why? Because the currencies of the world are backed with gold. The stronger their gold reserves, the more powerful their currencies are. With the Japanese yen, yeah, it's having a little good ground. I would too if I was over there in China taking gold out of Africa. Cats play games, man. And you gotta understand this paper game stuff, this paper money stuff is nothing but a Ponzi scheme. The best devised ever in the history of the world. And back in antiquity, they would go to war over this stuff right here. They would go to war over this because they understood that this is money. This has been money for the last 5,000 years since the Babylonians started using it for currency. And it's still money. It's just as valuable. It's just as valuable as ever right now. It keeps going up in value. That's why countries want so much of it. Because if I have small gram increments, I could take this with the gold that's in that right now, which is going to keep going up. And maybe I could trade that for a month's worth of groceries in the years to come. I don't know how valuable this is going to be. But I know it's too valuable for me, just to release frivolously. So that's why I do with my euros. That's why I build my Carrot Bars business up so I can spend in euros. So the choice is up to you. We want to partner with you. I am asking for the opportunity for us to partner with you. I'm asking for that. But if that's something that you don't want to do, great. You still need to do things like what I said. You still need to create that residual income. You still need to create that online parent presence, and it still needs to have the factor as far as the Carrot Bars. You say when we're going to do something like this, when are we going to put something together for us? And we're going to put something together for us when somebody has money. Good philosophies and good ideas without resources. That's all they are, just good ideas. Resources is what brings the good ideas to life. Resources is what brings the good ideas to life. You can be deep as Aristotle. You can be as potent as Socrates. You can be as wise as Imhotep. Imthoed, the first true genius walking around on the earth. You can be as deep as he was. Have all kinds of skills of medicine, engineering, biology, everything. But if you don't have resources to bring your vision to pass, it will die in this wind. And someone who's not less qualified than you, someone who doesn't have nearly your vision, he will give you resources, and he will take what you could have had because you don't have the money to make it come to pass. This is fact. This is one of those games. Power is in ownership. You got to have resources. You can floss all day long you want. You can talk about how deep you are, what we should be doing for Africa, and what we should be doing over here in America, and how they treating us and how they doing like that. They treat you that because you're powerless resourceful wise. And if you're powerless resourceful wise, you're powerless weapon wise. And you're powerless weapon wise, you're powerless political wise. You're powerless. So to the powerless, you are a subject for the powerful, and they can just do what they want with you. They can pass laws that for their favor against yours. You got to accumulate resources. You got to understand that. Man, I've understood that as a boy. When my parents divorced, and I'm the oldest of three sons, I remember it like it was yesterday. We lost our home on Reed Street, and we was homeless. And Mom was taking us up to a place called Carrollton, Ohio, to get some help. But I remember to this big day, there was a padlock on our door. There was a silver padlock. It was about this dang big. I remember to this day. I absolutely hate poverty. I don't see nothing. There is nothing humbling about being poor. It's an evil. It really is. And I don't buy the religious philosophy, not the godly philosophy, the religious philosophy. It's better to good be poor and meek, and you just give me a house in the sky. Yeah, but maybe I want my house down here too. No, I don't get into it. If I take my mansion in the sky, you can have these things don't mean anything. Man, please tell that stuff to a child. Maybe they'll believe you. A grown man, a grown woman, they know they got to put food on the table. They know they have to bring resource in their home, or they're at the mercy of someone who gives it to them. So tell that stuff. I absolutely hate poverty. That's why I talk about it so much. I remember that story as a 7-year-old boy. When my mom and three brothers, my two brothers, younger brothers, we didn't have a home. I remember when I lost my home, resources. Wasn't that much? Lost the job, everything went by. Why? Because I didn't have a residual income. And I'll be dang if I'm going to play that game now in my older life, especially because you know better, you do better. And so you guys hear me talk about good jobs, man, I laugh at you. Don't talk that to me, because you're kidding yourself. You're deluding yourself. It's not your job. It never was. It's the owner's job to take whenever they see fit, to give it to whoever they see fit. It doesn't belong to you. The only job that you have is the one that you create for you, that you own the system. And so entrepreneurship, you need to find something like it was yesterday. I don't care if you're going out there selling freeze pops on the corners. At least it's yours. And so with Carrot Bars, well, I've never seen anything like it. And I'm happy to say that I run a global business, not for just to brag, because I don't have a choice, and that's where the easy comes down with me and a lot of other people with this. See, that's the reason I don't play with it. I don't have anything else. I don't have the 10 or 15, 20 years to go out there and work for someone at my age. I'm not going to give my life energy for that. So I better get creative, and I better do something. And you know what? It's much more, you take more of a chance by working for someone else than you ever take a chance of working for yourself. I can't tell you how many people I said, hey, you looking at ways to make money? Well, what is it? Take a look at realmoney.info, and yeah, Fitzgerald, I thought about that, but I need a steady job. I had a cat telling me that. Good man. I got a family. I need a steady job. Making $18 an hour. I mean, what the? He probably is laid off now. Because some people are afraid to leap. Not realizing, that you're staying still. You're actually contracting. But then you got cats like me. Well, I'll build a parachute while I'm going down. Because I know the wolves in the plane. I know the wolves and animals chasing my heels. I got to jump off this cliff. I'll figure out a way to swim, and that's what I've done. So, and that's what you need to do. If you don't do it for you, think about your generations. We're making a strong appeal, to help people. Dynas is tearing this on fire, And for those who you think something, Diane Samir, Fitzgerald Stephens, we're not special. We're human beings just like you. We just went to work on our line. We're in our business instead of someone else's. We just went to work for us. We're both highly educated men, college graduates, entrepreneurs, sales guys. We have a lot of common things in common. I'm a little bit older than him, but still, we're both driven people. We don't mind giving you our heart, and we're loyal to you until you prove yourself disloyal to us. So we both don't went to the things of having our territories cut, our money cut, our income cut. We both don't been limited for someone passing us over to promotion and stuff. Some of you guys may not have to deal with that. That's great. I applaud you, but you're the exception. Start you something that you control. Register on the account for free. It takes 7 minutes to register on Dynasta's link. You're gonna once you register, you're gonna get an email from Carrot Bars stating that you are now registered. Click on it and verify your account. You want to register as an affiliate, not a customer, as an affiliate. Then Prince Samir is going to give you a call, help you with your business package. Then he's going to turn you over to me, and I'm going to help you with your training. And I'm going to put you in the Wealth Builders, and we're going to show you how to build, a global residual income, building your wealth in gold, getting paid in euros, and literally having a business that you can use to maximize your benefit, and literally creating a generational income that will pay your family years after you're gone. Dinas, I'm pretty much well finished. I got some people I got to get on the line with the train, but I so appreciate you. Okay.
Everyone, thank you so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Again, my affiliate link is on the screen. It's also will be in the description. It is in the chat room. Click on the affiliate link, sign up as an affiliate. I'll personally call you. We'll get you up and running. Also go to dynastyamir.com, dynastyamir.com. If you're watching this, I need your email. Go on dynastyamir.com and subscribe so you guys can stay updated. So everyone, thank you so much for joining. Until next time, peace.